Okay, this is Yaxter754, and we're back with PlayStation Final Doom for the one last time, and I should probably use the password because I just died. So I have no choice but to use the password to keep all of my weapons and goodies. But yeah, this is level 30 Onslaught. Oh, and of course we need the blue key. And to get the blue key, just run across. But I would suggest you to do that at a little bit of a slower pace, because every time you cross one of these, shaded sectors, it's gonna reveal, it's gonna open up a monster closet out there somewhere. So, well, might as well, do the whole thing. Fast forward it is. Yeah, and actually it wasn't that difficult. And we do get a few cacodemons, but they're not going to be much of a problem. And let's get the final minute goodies too. So, right, we have shells and everything, all the rockets and stuff. And with the blue key, we can lower those bars. And this guy was, by the way, I think it was a shotgun guy on PC, but in this version he's not. He's just an imp. And that's how we deal with those guys. No arachnotrons this time around, only 2 cacodemons. And actually we'll be getting mostly cacodemons in this one, so not an awful lot of the kind of monsters that you did probably see in the PC version of the game, such as Mancubi, Pain Elementals, Archviles, none of that, Barons. Actually, this map actually had a Baron on PC, I think. But we'll be getting something else soon enough. Just need to make sure that this area is clear. And we have all the goodies, and plenty of health too. And let's get all the stuff that we can have. And you might wonder why this door is right here. Is it for visual reasons? Well, kind of, because that is a Cyberdemon. And by the time that you get to this point of the game, you have already probably noticed that this game doesn't have any Archviles in it. But we do have still those very same chain gunners inside those monster closets. That the minute that you cross this sector and this line def right in front of me, those doors will open and all hell will break loose. But what I'm trying to do here is that I'm trying to get the Cyberdemon fighting with the chain gunner, so he gets distracted and stuff. So let's see if it works. Alright, it did work. Oh my god. Jesus Christ. Just die. Right. And this secret has been removed in this version, so no rockets for you. Excellent. So now this sewer area is all clear. And let's get this. And then I think we can get this thing too. And guess who is waiting for us? It's the Cyberdemon. Yeah, there he is. How the hell did he do that? I don't know, but it was really painful, and I can't afford to have that happen to me for the second time. Need to carefully watch where he's at, and I'm gonna get all the health that I can have. So I'm trying to kind of like, farm him around a little bit, just to persuade him to move Oh yeah, this is literally the worst moment to have the invisibility power up. Oh my god. I don't know what's gonna come of this. This is gonna be the worst. The worst Cyberdemon fight ever. Okay, okay, they're killing him. That's good. No, Mr. Chain Gunner. What? What is happening? What the hell? Somebody just... Mr. Imp. Is he gonna be the hero? He gets to do what I should be doing. I will give that imp his chance of a lifetime. This is like, how often does this happen? Alright, way to go, Mr. Imp. Just keep going. Jesus Christ, I almost shot him. Right. Just die. Yes. Great. Mind if I just take that medkit? Thank you. Yeah. Way to go, Mr. Imp. That's how we do it. Just keep scratching. He's gonna feel a little bit of tickly feeling on his right arm, but it will kill him eventually. How the hell does this happen? It was exactly the same thing that happened to me when I played one of those GEC Master Edition videos. It was the Dis map made by, I think it was made by Dark Pulse. It was exactly the same thing that happened. So that, you know, that mastermind got trapped somehow, and this is exactly the same thing that happened here. So maybe there's something like really funny going on the technical side. I don't know if he got like trapped into that tree or something, but that's like rarely happening, man. But don't worry, just take your time, Mr. Imp. We can wait. We can wait. And I might actually have a little drink right now. Yeah. Yeah. This is nice. Yeah. It's actually quite funny that now that we can actually talk about this game a little bit, with that Mr. Imp is busy doing his high five with the Cyberdemon, so... But yeah, sadly we didn't get to see Spider Mastermind in this game. But yeah. I mean, this is such a... I mean, what the hell? You couldn't succeed in this even if you tried. Jesus Christ. And I'm gonna leave a timestamp in the description of this video just so that you can actually skip it to the part where, you know, the imp is killing the Cyberdemon finally. Yes! And I'm gonna let him live just because what he did. I'm not gonna get 100% kills. I am going to be pressing F. Oh wait, actually PlayStation doesn't have keyboard with it, but I'm gonna be paying my respects to you in person, Mr. Imp. And you're gonna be the one lonely demon that is gonna live. But you fellow imp colleagues, you didn't actually get to be so fortunate. You had no idea that you had this one friend that managed to accomplish one of the most impressive tasks that a demon could ever achieve. He single-handedly murdered a Cyberdemon. Oh my god. Just die, Mr. Chain Gunner. What is that? And now that Mr. Imp, he will live on. He shall, you know, keep all of this to himself because he's the lone demon to survive. But yeah, with that, we're all done. What the hell? And now I'm somehow trying to sum all this up without like thinking how did this happen? Okay, yeah, but seriously, Onslaught is a little bit different from the PC version, and most notably we have the Cyberdemon. And it is still very hard to do with a straight face trying to explain how different this is from the PC version, knowing how this all ended. But anyways, technically pretty much the same, but once again, pretty much the monsters were the difference. And of course we had like that door, you know, kind of like obscuring the Cyberdemon. But of course the Cyberdemon fight is very unique by PlayStation Doom standards, because it's one of the rare Cyberdemon fights with PlayStation Doom, or actually I think there are two PlayStation Doom Cyberdemon fights where you actually don't have the BFG. So if you pistol start this map, or if you pistol start Plutonia, you don't get BFG. And as a matter of fact, I didn't have to even use the BFG. So it is very unusual, and if you do a pistol start with this map, it means that you cannot defeat, or actually I think it might actually be possible to defeat the Cyberdemon. Like with SSG maybe? Just maybe, if you pistol start this map. So you have two choices. You're gonna fight against him right away, you're gonna deal with him with a BFG and stuff. That's gonna be the easy way. And the hard way was that if you just ignore him, try to, you know, provoke some infighting, try to get those chain gunners do their thing, kind of like distract that Cyberdemon for a couple of seconds just so that you can go down into those sewers and, you know, get all the weapons, armor, and the usual stuff. And most importantly, the plasma rifle kind of requires a little bit of an exposure against that Cyberdemon, so that is a very dangerous fight. And I think it could have been a very different fight had it gone the normal way, that I would have just, you know, had to dig out my plasma rifle and start, you know, fighting against him. But, you know, apart from that, you know, we don't really have the usual monster type differences. No Mancubi, no Pain Elementals, no Archviles, no Barons, no Hell Knights. Only Chain Gunners, Cacodemons, and Imps. And of course a Cyberdemon too. So pretty kind of standard roster here. But anyways, I think that's all about Onslaught, so let's proceed and read the story screen. You gloat over the carcass of the Guardian. With its death, you have wrested the accelerator from the stinking claws of hell. You are done. Hell has returned to pounding dead folks instead of good live ones. Remember to tell your grandkids to put a rocket launcher in your coffin. If you go to hell when you die, you will need it for some final cleaning up. I can almost like remember all of that. This is like how many times I've played that. But yeah, that's how PlayStation Final Doom comes to an end. It's not necessarily, you know, the best PlayStation Doom port because there are no secret levels, and while the levels themselves look a lot more prettier than they did probably in case of the original PlayStation Doom, the actual lack of content, on the other hand, is something that is, or actually the lack of monsters and stuff. So, like, content-wise, you have more detailed levels, and of course all of these levels are still, it's like ultimately still 30 new maps. But of course we would have loved to see, you know, we would have probably loved to see levels like Twilight Descends and all those iconic maps that were actually, you know, presented in the original PlayStation Doom title, and there were actually like only a handful of Barons and only a handful of Mancubi in this game. And let me show you something. These are usually the, the usual cast members, yeah, so nobody cares about these generic foes. No cacodemons, they are banned. Same goes for Mr. Hell Knight and a Baron of Hell. They appear only in a single map, map 15, which would be Human Barbecue. And it's actually Human Barbecue in this version, so it's not like Human BBQ like it's on PC. In Arachnotrons, they're kinda appear on a few maps, but not too many, maybe. I think map 17 is probably the first where they appear, I think. In Mancubi and Pain Elementals, they're not like too common either in Final Doom. But they do appear on a few maps. Revenants, they're probably the most common, like, tough guys in this game, along with the obvious Hell Knights. Mancubi, they appear only on a single map, which would be Nessus. But perhaps this character is the one that leaves us with probably the greatest disappointment. Because we were so looking forward to see this character, the Spider Mastermind in this game, but we never saw her appearing in this game, and this is the only glimpse that you will get of the Spider Mastermind ever in this game. Probably her data is in this game, but it's not used. Whatever will be the reason for that, but I don't know. But if there ever could have been a level where she could have appeared, I think it could have been level 13, which would have been, I think it's Vespras. There she could have, or level 9. Those two maps would have been just right made for Spider Mastermind. But, she never appeared. And this is the only appearance of Spider Mastermind that you're ever gonna get in this game. Keep that in mind. But of course, we did have one Cyberdemon too in this game, and this lone Cyberdemon appeared on map 30, and unfortunately for him, he suffered the most humiliating death that any demon can suffer in the universe of Doom. But with that, I think we're all done with the PlayStation Final Doom. It's a little bit not necessarily the best game, but for me, this game will always be one of the greatest, because this was the first Doom game that I ever owned, and the first Doom game that I could go home and say, I have a Doom game and I can play it. This was the first thing for me. So, but with that, I think we're all done. So I'm probably going to be, doing some other Let's Plays. I'm not gonna do GEC Master Edition yet, because I was kind of thinking that I'm gonna do a full-length Let's Play of it when it finally, all of it comes out. I'm just gonna do a full-length Let's Play of it. And same goes for, the actual, original PlayStation Doom, because I'm not planning to do it yet, because I don't see a reason, because these are very lengthy Let's Plays. PlayStation Doom, Final Doom is fairly short. PlayStation Doom is pretty long, and same goes for GEC Master Edition, so it's those two are gonna be really long. So I'm probably gonna be carrying on with some of the Let's Plays that I've already started, such as Duke Nukem 64, which I think is probably my main focus at the moment. So that is one of those Let's Plays that I will try to do as best as I can. And I've also been thinking about starting a Let's Play of Heretic, Shadow of the Serpent Riders for the PC. But that requires some research, because I don't know an awful lot about the secrets in Heretic, so I probably have to do some practice runs through the game first before I start that. But with that, this has been the Let's Play of PlayStation Final Doom for the PS1 Playthrough PSXE emulator. So yeah, with that, we're all done, so I hope you have enjoyed this. So yeah, thanks for watching, and see you around.